Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more RimWorld, returning to a no-hope playthrough. And we are still cleaning up the raid that just happened that cost Luke his finger. And it looks like Luke is now up and about. Fortunately, he did lose his right ring finger. And maybe sometime in the future he'll lose that whole hand. Well, we give him a prosthetic, maybe. But I think... First off, is that something we can do for ourselves? I see that we have medicine production done. I'm probably going to need the multi-analyzer built at some point. But we have deep drilling, multi-barrel weapons, charge shot, power armor. Okay. I'm not seeing any means to build my own prosthetics. And I actually haven't come across anyone that I could buy it from either, but one avenue I don't think I've gone down, which I don't know, I'm assuming it's still in the game, is a means to communicate with ships. Alright, so let me take a look at that. And that would be under, maybe production? Just gonna go through the list here, because I remember there is a way to contact ships, at least there used to be. Maybe under miscellaneous. Aha, comms console. This is probably something I need to build that I haven't done. Alright, well I'm gonna have to think about where to put it, but that is probably a new priority for me, is to get a comms console so that we can try and trade. I also want to improve my security. That is definitely a concern. As that raid... I mean, we had some bad events happen all at the same time that contributed to the raid being as bad as it was, but... Also want to make sure restrictions are turned off, which it appears they are. I don't think none of the tribes people... I am going to have to be careful here, as there's going to be hauling jobs and rearming traps at the same time. Also, some of these traps are probably not set to auto rearm, so I'm going to have to take a look at that in the near future, but right now people are going back to bed. Luke has not yet done that, but that's because, well, he was sleeping while injured, so I am going to speed up time here, though, because he's just chilling out, probably watching TV. And now he's switching over to a game of horseshoes. And he'll probably start going on these hauling and rearming jobs. As long as it's just him, I'm not going to worry as much about pathing issues. Somebody possibly pathing over a trap that is due to get rearmed. So, yeah, these traps are not set to auto rearm, so I am going to have to do that myself. And then there is a trap set over here to auto rearm that needs rearmed. I'm actually not sure what tripped that. Maybe it just never got rearmed. And while I'm at it, let's take a look at these traps. So we have a few that need to be set to auto rearm that we haven't. So there's that. It looks like all the rest are good to go. And we're having power issues right now. I wonder if did the solar flare knock out our batteries? I'm not sure. Alright, well in any case, let's go ahead and speed up time here as we finally get people waking up. Oh, Luke doesn't have a bed. That's my bad, so I am going to turn this off, and we will wake him up. That is going to make him slightly upset, but... Oh, alright, well I guess he's just going to get up and start doing things. I am going to keep an eye over here just to make sure we don't have any issues with anybody stumbling over traps. We have 2 to rearm, and it looks like we're doing that right now. We'll auto rearm that. See, this is where it gets a little... Yeah, see that? That's a bad pathing issue. So Luke just walked over a trap because probably he had already set up his pathing before that trap had been rearmed. So I do have to kind of keep an eye on people just to make sure they're not going to path in a way that makes them walk over a trap. Alright, well, we get some items. Our items are, area is pretty full. Out of curiosity, we are where on the steel? We've got 44 components, 435 steel. How much does a comms console take? 120 and 4. So that's something we could easily afford. I think components are starting to become something that I am going to have to start worrying about a little bit here. Although we do have mineable machinery here. And we have some in here as well. So we're going to have to just dig in like that. It's not too far away from the base, so I don't feel like that's that big of a deal. And we're probably still mining some steel. Well, there's steel over here. I think that's steel. That's not too far away from the base. I think we were going all the way over here, so there's actually closer steel than this. And we're also mining over here, so I might reprioritize some of these jobs. Okay, and then we have Han having a minor break risk. Let's take a look at his issues. We did have a psychic drone for a little while. Yeah, I know. That's why I set that up. Any case, so let's take a look at his needs. So, he's feeling terrible. He's insulted. He's in a little pain. Ate without a table. Not sure why, because we have tables. And then he's got a dead man's armor vest. Well, that is just the way things are sometimes. I also need to get the hydroponic farm set up. And I think power actually was a priority I kind of forgot about. So we want to do this first. So power, this is going to cost us almost all the steel that we have. I think that's, yeah, I think that was what I was doing. I am going to set this up for construction nonetheless. And do we have enough stone to make walls? We do. Okay, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. I'm also going to haul away all this stone. That's right here. And I'm going to leave this one go, but this is going to be too close to the generator as is, so we'll get on this and all right. So it's still Han having a little bit of an issue. The upside of hauling this stone is that we can cut it pretty easily. So I might want to unsuspend the stone cutting. Matter of fact, I think I will. I'm going to do bills, and we'll resume that, and they'll use these stone blocks. Yeah, and there we go with the stone cutting. Let me take a look at the meal situation. Looks like we might have to switch back over to simple meals. So that we get on that. Alright, so we still have our steel jobs. We still have our compacted machinery jobs. So they're going to have components and steel coming in. But steel is going to be a little bit short on supply. But I think the power consumption is a little bit of a concern. And we're going to need to deal with that. Because right now, our batteries are not really getting all that well charged. And I guess while I'm at it, I might as well draw power lines here. I cannot draw power lines through natural rock. So I think, even though it'd probably be a more direct route to do it, I could go this way and carve through here on purpose. Just to bring the conduit over. It's going to have a line going through this way anyway. Alternatively, I could just have the line go down that way, and we could have like a redundant line. I think I'm going to go with a redundant line here. We're going to have this feed like this for now. This is kind of not ideal, but... this way we at least have it hooked up when we build it. Alright, so it's nighttime again. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Yeah, power is low, but hopefully as the day comes, all these solar panels that we have will make up for it. And we'll get more geothermal power hooked up, and hopefully be a little bit better off. We have a lot of people on mining still, so... well, that is the case. It's going to be a little while. Oh, we have steel over here, too. Maybe cutting through this and getting to the steel would be a good idea. That way we don't have to walk around. Although that does allow my enemies to walk through and get a shorter path. And this, it does get rid of a choke point that we have naturally. Alright, looking at components, we're up to 50. We were at 44. Still mining away at the steel. And down here. Ooh, this guy must have bled out. So, let's take a look at his gear. It's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and have him be stripped, and we'll pick up all of his gear. And go from there. But I don't think we're in a dire situation as far as our resources go right now. Definitely they can be improved. And we're about halfway through the winter, and temperatures have never really gone down to a point that our crops out here are in danger. That means our corn crop has continued to grow, 91%. So we're going to be getting a harvest there with the corn fairly soon. The potato crop, I mean, technically we have stuff ready to harvest. More than likely, Han is being overridden because his mining is higher. Let's take a look at that. So, Han, where are you? Where is your mining? Your mining is set at a 3, and your plant cutting is set at a 2, and your growing is set to a 1, but for some reason you are not harvesting the potatoes. That is very curious. We could prioritize that. It might have just recently been ready to harvest, but I will prioritize Han. I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, he's going to go over there and he's going to work on the crops over here. All right, we're getting on to producing this. Fortunately, Chewbacca can help us out quite a bit with construction, especially on easy stuff that's not going to take a lot of skill. On over there. Okay, well, we got the potatoes that we needed. And it looks like they are already getting cooked. So, we only have 38 meals, so that's a little bit of a concern. But I'm hoping that we will eventually... Oh, alright, so the stone cutting job should be suspended. Because we're now having our stone cutter go outside the base to try and get stone. And she's already pathed doing that, so we're just going to cancel that job. And she's going to go over to smelting instead. We do need the steel, so that is a good job for her to do. And we also almost made back up our steel, so that's not too bad. A little bit more compacted machinery over here, so go ahead and mine that out. I don't like this. I might go kill these just to be done with it. Now, I don't know if manipulation's probably going to affect. Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Luke. Is it going to affect his ability to shoot? I would assume so, because he still has manipulation weakened. It's not as bad as it was. It's at 90%. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll have him come out and kill the boomalopes, or they're a problem. I mean, I could ignore them, but I just am a little bit worried. All right, we almost have the power connection set up. I'm actually half tempted to have somebody run out there and finish the construction that they had working, but... All right, so I'm going to have this hauled tomorrow morning. And then while we're waiting, what do we have a lot of? We have a lot of slate. And we have a lot of sandstone. I'm going to do sandstone because I really just want a structure here. And I think we'll have enough to do it. I also, before I get too carried away, is I want a no roof area. And that's going to extend like that. Okay, so going back to the structure, sandstone, build that out there, out to there. And then roughly somewhere in the middle, we'll have a door. And we'll see how much sandstone we have after all that's done. And let's make sure our zone is in the proper area. It is. It's good to me. All right. All right, so I don't have enough animal beds, so I will fix that here in a second. Under furniture and animal sleeping spot, we'll stick that right there. And let's take a look at our animals. So we have a few young cows and a few adult ones. Meals are running low, but hopefully we are getting some crops in here, so that's good. At least I assume we do have the low food warning. Where did that food get to? Or did it immediately get turned into meals? That's a little... Alright, so the power connection should be set up now. I'm going to go ahead and start on the hydroponic setup. So, first things first, click on that, and then go to furniture, sun lamp. We're going to need another one, and I'm going to just put it right there. And then we're going to need the production. Hydroponic basin, and I'm probably going to do about the same layout that we had before. I could probably, should I get away with doing, well, we'll start, might be able to get away with one here, and that's what I'm tempted to do. I'm going to wait until the sun lamp gets built and we'll see its radius, and then I'll build off of it. All right, so we're going to have some more food coming in. That corn crop is really going to help us when it comes in. So I'm going to be kind of upset if something happens to us. I mean, we've had a lot of things happen to us that has cut off food supplies. Also, I could kill the boomalopes, which I kind of forgot about. All right, so Luke, I'm going to slow down time here, and I'm going to draft you. The rifle that you have is fairly long range, but I am still going to have you get a little bit of distance by going out this door rather than the closest door. And I'm going to go after the one that's over here. We also have camels over here. I mean, we have some animals that we can kill. Sometimes with these boom animals, the boom rats and the boomalopes, they catch on fire and then you don't get any meat out of it. All right, well, if we get an explosion here, I'll take a bunch of them out. Oh, now they kind of separated. There we go. All right, so see, that one's on fire, and that's really not ideal. Let's keep firing, though. Hopefully take it out before it goes anywhere near our base. There we go, another one. Let's fire one more time with this guy. Keep firing. Yeah, see, they're burning up, which is not ideal. There we go. All right. Let's undraft you. And I'm unforbidding them, but I really don't know, how do you stop them from getting consumed by fire? So, I can't put out the fire because of the home area zone nonsense, but I am going to just briefly do that. And then extinguish fire. You should all be dead, so... And hopefully we'll have others come over to help. Or not. See, this one might be consumed by fire. The body's deteriorating here. Here, how about you prioritize this one, because it's been... Oh, for whatever reason, I can't prioritize that one. Well, now I can. There we go. We might just get the corpses before they all burn up. All right, well, let's go ahead and go back to the zone here, because I don't really want this to be a home area. And do that. That looks good to me. And hey, we can always kill camels and stuff like that if we want to, because they are just like hanging out right by our base. Oh, we also have some dead camels over here. What happened? Okay. Dead for 1 day. Fresh. Boils in 1 day. So we're going to unforbid. Unforbid. I really don't know why these died. Oh, now I know why they died. This cougar. Okay. Well, Luke, you're going to have a job again. Draft. Come on over. We'll kill the cougar, because that is always a threat when it's out on a map. I mean, do we want Luke doing this with his already injured hand? Oh, we have an escape pod too. Okay. Well, I'm not going to click on it just yet. I want to take care of one thing at a time. Well, let's go click on it. Jump to location. All right. Well, that's an interesting place to have your escape pod crash into. Well, let's take a look at the character. So, age 52 biological, 144 actual, shopkeeper, mathematician. So, really good at research. We don't need somebody that's really good at research. You're psychically sensitive, which is technically a bad thing, and you're greedy. Well, you know what? Why don't you just die where you are? Because that's a perfect place for you to die, is in our little mass graveyard here. And we'll just strip your body and take whatever gear you have on you, which is a couple nice, well, not really so nice, but we'll take some of your clothing off of you, I guess. All right, so Luke. Okay. I am going to slow down time here. Please kill it. Please kill it. Alright, you got a couple scratches on you. Let's unforbid that. And you can be undrafted. And I guess we're going to be turning your bed back into a medical bed here for the meantime. So, Luke, can you go over here and rest until healed? And then I would like... I don't know where people are and what they're doing. As a matter of fact, work. Do we still have everybody prioritize #1 hauling? Okay. So, what are you up to? You are up to hauling the camel. That's good. That's what I want you to do. What are you up to? You're up to stripping the body. That's okay, I guess. What are you up to? You're up to mining. That is totally useless to me right now. Why don't you, instead, haul the cougar? There you go. And can't fast forward for the meantime because I think it's still calculating the Combat is a thing. There we go. And old Ben, whenever you get the chance, I would like you to treat Luke. And I'm probably going to turn off the medicine. Well, you can use at least that kind of medicine. And once you have dropped that off, I would like you... Oh, you're already doing it. Good job. Okay, so we got a bunch of dead animals that are now in our store, so we can turn them into food, so that will be good. And hopefully Luke will be better by tomorrow, because tomorrow's not that far away. He can just sleep off the pain for now. We are low on food for sure, but... Let's see where our corn is. Our corn is 97% grown, and we do have some potatoes that are getting very close. Wonder what this is all about. Is this heating up too much, maybe? Some of these crops are kind of have a lot of damage. Interesting. That might be something I have to take a look at or continue to keep an eye on. Still haven't built the sun lamp, so we'll have to see how that works for us. All right, well. I'm actually surprised people are still up. But they should be going to bed soon. Alright, we got some more rare thrumbos over there. You know, I've never really gone after one of these suckers. And I've always just assumed that they're dangerous, and that's the reason why I didn't go after them. But I'm sure when you kill one, it's really valuable, the resources you get off of it. The horn, I think, is valuable, and what have you. Alright, let's go ahead and speed through the night here. Matter of fact, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we got a little scratched up by a cougar, but nothing really serious resulted from that other than we got a dead cougar in our fridge, which is, it's not that all that serious. This is rotting, so that's bad. Storage. Corpses. Animal corpses. Turn on. And I am going to haul this one out. So we didn't get to that camel in time. It rotted away, but that's okay. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.